The first angel did not fall quietly. He tore through the sky above Blackfall, like a burning star, wings ablaze, divine blood trailing behind him as the heavens screamed in protest. When he struck the street below, the impact shattered stone, glass, and something far more fragile. The prophecy flinched. Every vampire felt the sun recoil in fear. Every werewolf felt bone ache with recognition. Every witch and warlock felt their spells unravel for a single terrifying second. Every ghost screamed as the veil thinned to near nothing. Every psychic collapsed under the weight of futures tearing themselves apart. Heaven had spoken, and the world had answered with blood. Mara Vale hit her knees in the middle of the street, palms pressed a cracked pavement, nose bleeding freely now. The visions were no longer distant flashes or whispers. They were arriving. She saw angels burning cities in the name of mercy. She saw demons standing still while heaven committed worse atrocities. She saw vampires choosing extinction over obedience. She saw werewolves turning on their own moons. She saw herself dying 100 different ways and living through all of them. When heaven breaks its silence, prophecy begins to scream. The words carved themselves into her thoughts, uninvited and irreversible. Lucian Crewthorne emerged from the shadows just as the angel's body finished burning. The corpse was still whole, wings shattered, halo cracked, eyes wide with something dangerously close to regret. Divine blood hissed where it touched the ground, etching glowing runes into the stone. Lucian knelt beside it. "Angels don't fall," he said softly. "They defect." The mark of convergence burned hotter against his chest, responding to the dead angel like a heartbeat answering another. This was no execution. This was a message. Across the city, vampires retreated into darkness as something ancient stirred inside their blood. Old houses remembered old wars. Lineages whispered warnings passed down not through words, but through instinct. The sun had not risen yet, but it was watching. Beyond Blackfall, the forests shook as the war moon pulsed again, closer now, heavier. Werewolves dropped mid-step, mid-breath, mid-thought as their bones cracked with recognition rather than transformation. This was not the call of the beast. This was the call of memory. The bone oaths, ancient promises sworn after the first blood war began to unravel. Wolves remembered a time when angels hunted them for sport, when vampires and werewolves stood shoulder to shoulder against heaven's fire. Bone does not obey prophecy. Bone survives it. The moon said nothing. High above Blackfall, Seraphiel hovered where the sky still bled light. His wings were flawless. His sword gleamed with divine authority. His expression was carved from obedience. But something had gone wrong. The command echoed again through his mind. Retrieve the keystone. Destroy the convergence. Leave no witnesses. He looked down at the city and hesitated. Below him, the future fractured into too many paths. Psychics screaming. Vampires gathering. Werewolves waking old weapons. Witches drawing circles they had sworn never to use again. For the first time in eternity, heaven could not see the ending. Seraphiel felt it then. Fear. The dead angel's eyes flickered. Lucian froze. A whisper slipped from the corpse's cracked lips, too soft for anyone but a creature who lived between heartbeats. "She sees us now." Lucian stood slowly. "The prophecy?" he asked. The angel's mouth twitched, almost smiling. "No," it rasped. "The future." And then the light went out. Mara screamed as the realization hit not as a vision, not as prophecy, but as truth. The future was no longer passive. It was aware. She staggered to her feet, eyes glowing with stolen possibilities, blood streaking her face as the sky above Blackfall split with crimson lightning. Seraphiel descended at last, sword raised, wings casting the city in shadow. "You are the keystone," he said. Mara met his gaze and whispered the truth that shattered every remaining future. "I'm not the key." Behind her, the war moon flared brighter. "I'm the warning." The prophecy shifted again.